Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast 2.0. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
This is the type of guy you could have got. Not this asshole.
Yeah. I mean, it's shit like that it's just absolutely. Exactly.
That
Like,
was
come
so
on,
much.
dude.
That's
How
too
old
much.
is that guy? Like
Oh,
5?
He's probably
Probably
fucking
29.
25, something
Oh
like that.
my
Yeah.
God.
He's just acting like a fucking baby. Like,
That's embarrassing.
just stay silent. Sell him his shit. The guy leaves. You don't have to deal with it anymore. But you act like a fucking toddler that just had fucking Paw Patrol turned off. I know that.
Where's my Paw Patrol, goddammit?
I know that because it happened at my house.
Where's my Paw Patrol?
With my 3-year-old. So, yeah. I don't know. People are fucking crazy nowadays, huh?
Hey guys, welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. My name is Carlo.
Joe.
Tom.
Angelo.
We are the Designated Drinkers. What's up, guys? I haven't talked to you guys in a minute.
Dude, man.
At least I haven't talked to you guys and recorded it in a minute.
That's true.
I just talked to you today.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
You dirty slut.
Yeah? Why you call me a slut?
Yeah,
Fucking
literally.
little fat girl.
Literally talked to you yesterday.
Yeah, like I said in a recording, I haven't talked to you.
I
guys.
mean, let's
You
just
don't
be
know I
let's
wasn't
just be
recording it.
honest. You didn't talk to him. He fucking rubbed that belt in your face yesterday. That's what he did.
I'm alright with that.
I always do that.
That's okay. Nobody was as good as me
He also rubbed that penis in your face
when I came
too.
up with the goddamn belt like a boss. I went and got him that belt, by the way, so let's just
Oh yeah, it was fucking perfect.
So wait, so you bought the champion as
For
belt?
for the podcast listeners, I demolished the Hoy's Martial Arts Fantasy Football
team?
League.
Yeah.
I fucking destroyed them so perfectly. So, as our president would say, I made that league great again. And because of that, I had to brag. And I bragged perfectly by recording it and then shoving a camera in everyone's face.
Isn't this the second time he wins in 3 years?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Play?
He's the only 2-time champion.
Dude, you guys must be
That's
extremely
sad.
horrible.
That's really sad. This guy doesn't know anything about football, and he beats you guys twice.
But to be fair, Joe,
I know-
didn't
I
you
mean-
help him?
I know a lot about football.
let's not talk
First
about
of all,
those things.
Collusion.
let's just
Is it
say
really?
I asked Joe for some opinions.
Yeah.
Is it really collusion if he's not in the league, though?
It's collusion.
It's
I
not
asked him.
collusion.
It's not like I went like pick all my players. I went, hey, can you help me with this? Like I'm looking at these players. What do you recommend? Like, don't do these guys. Actually, do that.
It's more like if he was like if I was a fantasy football podcast and he called in and asked for my advice.
You know, Joe is
That's about right,
No,
yeah.
Joe is kind of like that little kid in the league that Ruxin keeps trying to get all the info from.
He's the Oracle.
Yeah, he's the Oracle.
That's right.
Oh, so is Nick gonna try to put me in his room and give me his jersey?
Give me my jersey back.
Give me my jersey back.
Touching my son.
He's just nothing but fantasy football knowledge and plays video games. It's awesome.
Dude, that sounds like the life.
Hell yeah, it
Sound
does.
like a life.
That does not sound like the life at all.
Okay.
I mean, it
Having
sounds pretty
no
fucking
money.
good.
No, you would have money because you'd make them pay you.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind then. I take
you
that
gotta
back.
you gotta be slick with that shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude, you'd be getting paid to play video games and paid for your fantasy knowledge.
And if you didn't have any bills, why would you need money?
And if you didn't have any bills, then all that money could just go into your pocket.
And if I lived in a van down by the river, why do I even care about money?
Exactly.
And if I live down in a band down by the river, then why do I care about video games?
See, you know
Oh,
what I
shit.
think is
We're
if you
getting somewhere deep
hold
now.
on, if you lived in a van down by the river, you should obviously paint rape van on it, so this way no little kids try to get in it.
Definitely.
That's
And then
true.
you could do all the shrooms you want and not get arrested.
Exactly.
And you could throw a football a mile.
what?
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, but he didn't have rape on the side of his van.
His mustache was
He
rapey
might have.
enough.
He might as well have.
So how's everyone's week been? Also, I don't have a full beer to play Battle of the Beers because that's the next thing we're gonna do.
Wait. Are you insinuating that on some level you're going to be anywhere close to Joe?
I'm not going up against Joe this fucking time. Fuck you guys.
You can never go up against Joe. I don't think anybody can go up against Joe.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
from all those dicks that he takes in his mouth, it's
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, it's just easy for him to drink beer.
Yeah.
It just goes right down.
Oh, hey,
Well,
I
we're
got a
gonna
new
have to
car.
spin this already.
Oh, it's Angelo. It keeps landing on him. I don't know.
We have
Hey,
this,
let's see if it does it again.
we have this little.
Hey, it's Angelo.
We have this little spinner that like spins around and points at you, and it says drink. And if you tell a shitty joke or say something shitty, we spin it, and then whoever lands on you have to drink. Apparently, this podcast is all aimed at getting drunk today.
It's not a joke if it's
We're not
true.
gonna. I don't think we're gonna get drunk.
Yeah, let's not.
Listen, the only way we're gonna get drunk here is if somebody brings out their their elixir again. Can I just say, Tom? You know where when I realized that you were 3 sheets to the wind the last episode, midway through the podcast, they're like talking about something, and you give me your drink, and you go, "Dare to drink with the devil?" This is getting scary. This episode is scary.
You
Right
know, Joe told me he's like I listened to it. It's unusable. He's like it's completely unusable. It's so bad. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh man. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll use it. Maybe we don't. Who knows?
You know, it's funny because Joe told me that it wasn't unusable.
Well, he told me it was. So which one was it, Joe?
Oh,
This
now
is
you're
getting
caught in the
bad.
mix.
I'll say this. Let's move on from this and let's talk about it off the podcast.
Here's what it is. It is unusable as an episode, but usable for different Tom drunk clips to put in the beginning
For
of the episode.
blackmail, is basically
No,
what it is.
yeah. I don't know. Let's get drunk tonight, Tom.
I can't, dude. I gotta drive home.
You ever drink? You ever dance with devil in the pale moonlight?
You ever drink against a grain of the liquor, bitch?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't listen to the last episode. Not
No,
yet.
it didn't come out because Joe's laptop died. Did you bring your laptop?
You know what's funny? Yes. You know what's funny that I mentioned you want to drink with the devil? That was the moment my laptop froze. I was trying to take that. I was trying to take that clip and put it in the beginning of the podcast because I was like, that's just perfect. And then the minute I like took it, my laptop froze, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, so I was like, well, I don't usually do this, but I was like, I'll manually turn it off, see what happens, restart it, because it wasn't responding, and I was like, I want to get this done. And
Oh,
like,
can I see that while we're doing all this?
Sure. Yeah, you can see,
Yeah. I'm sorry, I
Dude,
didn't cut him off.
It's because you were drinking with the devil.
Yeah.
That's why. The devil was like, fuck your laptop, bitch.
Yeah, I don't think that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Definitely.
What's new with you, Carlo?
Not much, man. Like I said, I got a new car. That was cool. I got a nice deal out of it. That was cool.
charger. I don't know if it's still got charger
Did you tell him about the cum stain?
Oh yeah, there's a cum stain in the back seat.
Is it really?
Like legit cum stain?
Well, we don't know if it's a cum stain, but
Did you
Looks
try the
like a
black
cum
light?
stain.
I didn't want to.
I'd be afraid to use it.
You
black.
know,
Why?
Well, the car's getting detailed.
Yeah,
sometime
they're
during
gonna
this week.
clean it out.
It's just a matter of they don't. Apparently, the detailing department's garbage.
Dude, there was an M&M in the door when we test drove it.
Dead. Joe's dead.
So
Is
funny.
that okay?
So we're looking at this car, and then we open up the back door, and I'm like, yeah, there's a little stain on the seat, but they should be able to detail that out. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll talk to him about it. And obviously they give him a piece of paper saying, hey, we'll detail your car
Yeah.
and whatnot. But so we open up the back door, and we're looking, like where you grab onto the door to shut it. There was like a orange M&M just chilling in there. And like, I look at Carlo, I'm like, do these guys not clean these cars before they put them out on the lot? Or what
Probably
the fuck
not.
is happening?
They probably don't care.
Because
Yeah.
that was the second one that we got into that was dirty.
We're doing a podcast without headphones, guys. We're living dangerously.
It's pretty dangerous.
It's pretty dangerous.
But that-
Actually, I'm keeping a nice eye on the levels.
But
Joe.
that was the second one that we got
Okay.
into that was dirty, wasn't it? Because
Yeah, that was actually the second car. The only
I mean-
cars that all the used cars were dirty.
that
All the
first
used cars that we got into were dirty.
that first one was fucking nasty though. Like I looked at Carlo and I'm like, dude, don't buy this one
We
because
got
whoever
into a-
owned it
Yeah.
did not take
we got
care of
into
it.
a white Optima, and then when I grabbed the wheel, I literally went, "Oh, what is on the wheel?" And it was like green shit on it, and like I wiped it on myself. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" The guy goes, "Oh, I don't know. They should be cleaning that." Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah,
they should be
motherfucker.
cleaning that.
That's the
I
only,
could have Hulk jizz on me, and I don't.
dude. That's the only dealership I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot of dealerships because I've traded in a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the number 6 dealership of all the United States. They kept saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. First of all, let me preface by saying that I got a great deal, and I'm very happy. Yes. But
Partially me, but mostly
there
the
was some
dealership.
shit. There was some finicky shit happening there.
But
then it's a dealership though. They gotta make money, right?
But
I get
my-
it.
Well, and don't forget the area that it's located in, right?
What?
Bedford.
Oh,
But
Can you cut that out?
well, because it's
I'll bleep
it's
it
his-
out, I'll bleep it
it's
out.
his- well, just cut that out.
we didn't
okay.
say the
It's
name
his-
of the dealer
it's his
though.
It's a friend of theirs.
Okay, just cut it out.
Yeah.
But my thing is all the dealers I've never been to, I've never gotten into a used car that was like just disgusting on the inside. Like they're always clean when you go to test drive them because they're like, oh hey, we should probably clean this up.
Do you usually
if we're
go to
gonna
the
try
hood
sell it.
to get your cars?
I used to work in Bedford. I used to work at the Dodge. Sorry, I used to work at a Dodge dealership over there. Joe, cut that out again.
Okay, well now we gotta do this.
Angelo, drink.
That's not it. You gotta move it in a
Nope.
spot.
No, don't move it. Carlo, you got to drink.
Well, that's cool. I think you'll be. I like those Kias. You know, they're
Yeah, but he got a real Kia.
so
You
do
know,
I.
he got like a man car.
So do I.
No, you got a gay dude car.
Okay. What's more manly than a man that likes men?
That's true.
That is 100% man.
Only a man can love a man the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You make a valid point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't even argue that right now.
So
You're learning. You're
I
woke.
think,
as they say. You've been woke.
you've been wokened.
You know, I heard that woke is like a dead phrase, but people like still think that it's hip.
Woke AF, bro. What you
Oh,
just
yeah.
said is woke AF.
Oh, shit, thanks.
So
That's the new one.
from the onstart of when I heard that, I immediately thought,
The moment Angela heard it, that's when we knew that quote was dead.
yeah. It was probably
What does this
like
woke
3 or
mean?
4 years. Yeah, but I was like, that is the dumbest fucking phrase I've ever heard in my life. And I grew up in a time where we used to call things fat, PHAT. Okay, now that's pretty stupid.
Fat
Woke-
Farms? Do you remember Fat Farms? The
yeah,
shoes?
yeah, Fat Farm.
I remember. Dude, those shoes used
That was
to
a
be baller.
that was a whole clothing brand.
Hell yeah. Those shoes used to be baller, though. They were comfy as shit. I kind of wish I could find some. I might go on Amazon and see if I can.
Try and get you some Fat Farm.
I'm gonna
yeah.
look right now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we used to say a lot of stupid shit back in the day, and I think woke is the epitome of stupidity.
Did you ever get? Were you ever?
Wow.
Are
Like a
you?
poet,
Are
and
you
I don't
old?
even know it.
Are you old enough that you were like part of the radical and tubular thing?
Yeah. It was
Because
just
that's
a
when
di-
Ninja Turtles.
Well,
came
yeah,
out.
but it was just a different coast.
Okay.
Which, like, it was kind of weird that the Ninja Turtles would do that.
Radical,
Because
dude.
they were
Breaking news. Fat Farms is still a thing. You could still buy this shit. It's still a clothing brand.
So I'm going to call your bluff and buy the shoes.
What the fuck?
Buy the shoes.
Buy the
They're
shoes.
$55, dude.
Buy
the
the
shoes.
shoes.
Treat
buying
yourself.
You just said you like. I wish I
They're
could find
ugly
those.
as fuck, though.
Yo,
I didn't
dude.
realize how ugly they were.
Man,
Hey,
your eyes
bitch,
change.
wish granted.
Although
All right?
I might buy some of those Fat Farm sweatpants, though. Those
You're-
look pretty fucking.
You're like
comfy.
Aladdin, and I'm big and blue.
I'm pretty sure, like,
Wish granted.
if you name your company Fat Farm, you got to make some pretty relaxing clothing.
Well, yeah, because it's for fat people.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was gonna say about the Ninja Turtles thing is like that, like radical and tubular. That was all like that kind of like Valley Girl type thing that was going on, like
Radical.
California, that kind of like West Coasty type thing. They were from Manhattan. I don't remember dudes on the East Coast talking about, bro, it's fucking radical, bro. Like, no.
Well, Ninja Turtles, that was like all a marketing thing for kids, though, because like in the original comic, they didn't do any of that, and they weren't funny at all. They were just killers.
Whoa,
You guys didn't know that?
that got deep.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I would assume that they were actually like legit fucking ninjas.
They were,
because
yeah.
In that era, that was the ninja era. The 80s was the ninja era. Everybody wanted to be a fucking ninja.
And then
70s, everybody wanted to be a karate master. So
90s, you wanted to be a hip hop star. You were white.
In the 90s, you also wanted to be a fucking ninja.
yeah, but it was fading out.
It
was
died.
fading out.
I'll tell you
Turtle.
when it died, though. It died the minute Ice-T came out. No, Vanilla Ice came out with Go Ninja.
You know, no, actually, now that I think about it, you know what?
Look at that guy. Look at him.
My bad.
You know what did it for the 90s was animal morphing.
Yeah.
Animorphs. The Animorphs.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Right. Transformers, Beast Wars.
Power
What else?
Rangers.
The shark people. What the fuck are they?
Oh,
Shark
I was
Gang,
just gonna
what
bring
the
that
fuck?
up.
The sharks and
Shark.
skates.
Oh, okay. I think I vaguely remember
I know what you're
this.
talking about. I don't remember the name.
gonna
Yeah,
look
that's a
it up. I'm
90s
gonna
show,
look it up.
right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So it was all about like Animorph, like people, like monsters and shit like that.
They
Well,
had
you also had Power Rangers. They didn't really turn into
Well,
the
the
thing,
bad
but they they had a
a robot.
animalistic
Yeah.
Street Sharks.
identity.
Sharks.
Dude, I used to love that fucking show.
Oh, do you guys want to do that Battle of the Beers?
How about here's an ad.
Hey guys, this is Joe from the Designated Drinkers Podcast. If you like us, why don't you send us a review on iTunes or Podbean? Also, why don't you join our Facebook community? We post a lot of fun and inviting things that I know you'll enjoy. It's like listening to the podcast, but it's all the time on social media. So how can you not love something like that? Send us your comments. Send us questions we can use on the podcast. Also, send us videos. We love to be a part of your lives because you're a part of ours pretty much every Saturday, right? So, give it to your friends. Share it with your friends also. They'll probably like the podcast. In fact, I know they will. And as always, keep on drinking, guys. We love you.
Sure, let's do an ad 15 minutes into the podcast.
I'm just saying, let's get it out of the way before
Sure,
we
that's
forget.
fine. Do you guys want to do Battle of the Beers, though?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to pause for a second. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Who's fighting who? We didn't even
So,
discuss it.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It's going to be you against Angelo.
About
Jets
what?
against
I'm going to
Browns.
have to
You
fucking...
just got done saying you don't want to go against Joe again.
Yeah,
That's why
well,
I
I'm
said
going
I
to
was
have
gonna
to go against Joe.
Joe.
Well, his topic was really good. Yeah, so...
Bernie Kosar versus Baker
No,
Mayfield?
Jets and the Browns.
We have another episode to go, so
yeah,
I'll go against
Jets,
Joe next episode.
Yeah, Jets and the Browns. So
Who has the shittier franchise before they got their quarterbacks this year?
So we're gonna do 60 seconds. So the way that this game works for our new listeners and for Angelo, who doesn't know how to play this yet, it's we have a glass. We have a mug. Each person has a mug full of beer, except Joe apparently. And
Carlo, you should record it this time so this way you can.
what?
You should record it this time so this way you can upload it.
Yeah, sure. You fucking made me lose my train of thought, bitch. So what's gonna happen is they're going to get 60 seconds each.
69.
69 seconds each, and they're going to prove their point of whatever the fuck they're going to be talking about, because I forgot already. And we are going to decide whether who won by who drank the most beer and who made the better points. All right. Now, last time Joe beat me, I re-listened to the episode, and all right, I guess I'll give it to him that he drank more, and he kind of had better arguments. All right, I get that. But this time I'm going to come swinging, and I'm going to make him choke on my dick.
All right, so Joe, we're arguing who was worse before
Who
they
has
got
the
their quarterback.
shittier franchise before you guys got your quarterbacks
Say
this
that
year?
again, because you were on the mic.
Oh, my bad. Who has the shittier franchise before you guys got your quarterbacks this year?
All right, so obviously you're going to be arguing for the Browns having the shittier franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'll be arguing for the Jets to have the shittier franchise.
It should be pretty easy for someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
this.
Are you guys ready?
So,
Joe,
what-
are
I mean-
you
I got the
doing
timer.
the 69 seconds?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it should be easy for him.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying.
And we're going to start when the gun shoots, and you hear that. Choo. All right. You guys ready?
Who goes first?
Angelo, you
Okay.
can go first.
Fuck, I dropped the thing.
Wow. Low production value. All right. Well. How much time do I got?
You got 69 seconds for the whole thing.
Yeah. 54. You're at 54. Oh, shit. That's a good game plan.
So, the Browns didn't win any kind of championship while it was the NFL. The last thing that they won was before the modern day NFL that we have now. So they've never won a Super Bowl. I believe in the last couple of seasons they won 3 games, which good job this year. They won a lot more than that. I'm actually kind of proud of them. Before that, I think they had a consistent one year that they actually had a positive record. They had, one player that went to the Pro Bowl consistently. Josh Cribbs went every once in a while. Joe Thomas was actually a beast, but then they made him retire early because he just couldn't take it anymore.
Time. All right. So what are the topics again?
The Browns or the Jets, who had the worst franchise before this year's quarterback regimes.
All right, Tom, you ready?
Yep.
I don't know what that other noise is.
It's like I think it's it going down.
Oh, I see.
It's a sniper shot. You know why I love this? Because he can't bring up that the Browns beat the Jets this year. He can't bring it up. He can't bring it up, and you know he wants to. He wants to so bad.
He really does.
Like in his head, that's all he's thinking right now. He's like, but they won this year. I fucked a stuffed animal.
All right. Here's the simple fact.
It's about to get good.
The Jets were so bad before this year that they had to pick up the Browns' backup fucking quarterback as their starter before they picked up their quarterback for this year. Mr. Josh McCown. Oh, God. Ooh, that tasted like shrimp. Why'd that taste like shrimp? I didn't eat shrimp today. The other fact is every single season they pick up the people that we drop. Isaiah Crowell, Tyrell Pryor. Come on, man. Like, go after somebody who's fucking decent. Obviously, there's a reason why the Browns are getting rid of them. And that's the end of my argument.
He keeps it nice and short and sweet.
All right, listen to this podcast if you want to know who won.
You know that was a bullshit ass argument.
How is that a bullshit ass argument?
Because every single player that we have taken from you has done better than on your team.
Have they, though?
Every single fucking
What
one.
happened to Terrell Pryor on the New York Jets?
Hey, the judges
Hold on.
No,
What-
motherfucker.
I want to hear what he said. What happened to Terrell Pryor? Where is he? Where is he now?
He did just fine.
Where's
Then he
he
got
now?
cut.
Yeah, why did he get cut?
Why did you guys draft him as a quarterback?
We didn't draft him as a
You
quarterback.
drafted him as a quarterback.
No, we didn't. We drafted him as a wide
You
receiver.
drafted him as a quarterback and then made him a wide receiver.
No, we didn't.
Joe, can we fact check that?
I can fact check that.
You can fact check
Who
that.
the fuck is that? What did you say?
Terrell Pryor.
Senior.
You guys, man. Also, good job on the fucking killing the dead air. That was very good of you. And we should keep doing that because we.
Oh,
we
in
have-
between the
and when they're drinking and
yeah.
stuff like that, yeah, it's smart to do that.
I didn't even mean to do that. I just
Dude,
wanted to
that
fuck with Tom.
fucking, that
I
fucking
just wanted
Bud
to
Light
fuck with Tom.
Platinum went down rough, bro.
Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
Look up his draft. Just do Terrell Pryor
Like
draft.
90% sure that he was drafted as a wide receiver.
I think he was undrafted, and we picked him up because Hugh Jackson knew him from the Raiders.
And
he
because
played
Hugh
for the
Jackson was
Raiders.
a fucking retard.
I think he played for the Raiders when Hugh Jackson was a coach there.
Really? I thought he
You're
got drafted
calling him by the
Browns.
wrong name.
Or
His
ba-
name
or
is
if-
the his
am I-
name is the Plague.
It might have been the Bengals.
The Plague.
It might have been when he
He
was on
was
the
the
Bengals.
starting quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Led his eventual withdrawal from the university. Pryor was drafted by the Oakland Raiders in the third round, 2011 NFL Supermental. He then played quarterback for the Raiders
Okay, I
from
was wrong.
2011 to 2013, and later spent time with Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chiefs.
I knew he was
Cincinnati Bengals.
drafted as a
He
quarterback.
converted full-time to wide receiver with the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Told you. Don't fuck with me and my brownies, bitch.
Can I just say that
So sad.
that I somehow knew all of that man's life with the Plague Hugh Jackson. Just by
Oakland
riffing it.
Raiders.
I know. I was like, he started with the Oakland Raiders when he was a
No
coach.
wonder why his career went down the shitter. The only teams that he's ever been on was with Hugh Jackson.
That's why we called Joe the Oracle.
Here, on June 22nd, 2015, Pryor was claimed off waivers by the Cleveland Browns. On September 5th, 2015, Pryor was announced that Pryor had made the final 53-man squad for the Browns. He was waived, blah, 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 blah. Hold on. Sorry. I'm looking for what he was
It was wide receiver.
with Browns quarterback. Oh, no.
Because I think that the year that we drafted him, we had Brian Hoyer.
You didn't draft. We didn't draft him. We picked him up.
Well, when we picked, you know what I mean. When
Yeah,
we
I'm
picked
sorry.
Him up, I think that look, dude. I'm already. This is my 6th beer now.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down. Dude, I'm saying it for the next podcast.
He's on his
I
break.
have to drive home, so I'm not gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, he's not gonna go crazy.
Joe's fucking face.
It's because Joe wants me to get shit faced.
I just want you to go against the grain of the liquor.
God damn it. Dude, I just drank against the grain of liquor when I chugged that shit. That's fucking sitting heavy, bro.
Did you say he came in as a quarterback or as a wide receiver?
Quarterback.
Came in
As a wide receiver.
He came in as a quarterback,
As
To the
like,
Browns.
but the Browns drafted him as a wide receiver, or
At the start of
picked
the
him up
20
as a wide receiver.
Pryor was named a starter at wide receiver for the Browns, so he came in as a wide receiver. From what I see here on the Wikipedia.
No. What I said, he was
Angelo-
drafted as a quarterback. but
Technically, Angelo's right.
We were both
because
right.
he was drafted as a quarterback, but technically I'm right because the Browns picked him up as a wide receiver. So technically I'm just right.
we're both right.
I mean, you said that the
Well,
Browns
let's see who
drafted
drinks.
him
Let's
as...
see who drinks.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, Joe. What are we going up against each other about?
are we doing it this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
No,
We
no.
don't- Actually, it's a good idea.
yeah, we do
should
one
just do
per-
one per episode, and that way.
Nobody said who won.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right. Tom, you were bringing up points that I didn't think needed to be brought up.
What?
You were talking about specifically after you were talking about. I was half listening. Hey, Joe, you go first. Let me form my thoughts.
Oh, form your thoughts. Okay, so I'll give Tom an extra point because he drank from what it seems like a higher like thing of alcohol. Like he said, it wasn't going down as smooth as Labatt does because Labatt is the nicest and crispest taste that you ever. Anyways,
We're unofficially sponsored by Labatt Blue.
yeah, but
more unofficially than officially.
he pushed through it, so I'll give him a point. An extra
Actually,
point because
all
of that.
unofficially.
I will say this: Angelo drank his faster. He like before a minute even started. He's like, "What time is it?" And he's like, "Boop." You consistently brought up more points. Tom is always going to get the Tom Award because he's funny enough to just be Tom. This is what I like. Before I keep
But
going
how
with
is
this,
that not a good point?
I'm gonna
The
go on
fact
a-
that they pick up all the players
I'm
we
gonna
get rid of.
I'm gonna go on a tangent.
So I don't think it brought up any of the facts that. So what were the topics? Who was worst when it came to before?
Who had the
before-
shittier franchise before this year?
You can tell that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Angelo. Yeah,
I legitimately think you were bringing up topics that didn't have to do as to why they were shittier. You just brought up the fact that they picked up players that the
They
Browns
were
dropped.
shittier because in order to get better, they had to pick up our shittier players that we got rid of.
Yeah, see, I just didn't get that from him.
That also got.
I'm gonna
them
give my
to
points to
the-
Angelo. There you go.
Also
That's what
got
I'm
them
saying.
to the AFC.
Joe.
Hey, what's their
Championship.
record this year? What's their record this year?
We're not talking about this.
What's the
yet.
Jets' records this year,
Go
Angelo?
ahead,
Shit.
Joe. Go ahead.
wanted to. Can
Yeah.
we just point the fact that you so wanted to bring up the fact that the Browns beat the Jets this year?
That's all he wanted to do because that's all he has.
and
That's all he has. He hasn't had a fucking winning season since 2010.
But wait, you're telling me that wasn't at least a decent point? The fact that they pick up Josh McCown, Isaiah Crowell, and Terrell Pryor? Like, come on.
I will give you that. You did. You
love this.
You did have that
I love this.
working for you.
This
What's
is
up, nurse
amazing.
lady?
I love this. This is the picture of Ashley that I love right here, and I am so glad I don't
Aren't you
work
wearing
there
something more
anymore.
colorful?
Oh
It's
god,
not you.
I don't think she can.
Oh, wait, I can't look that like
Yeah, but I mean, you can't
Festive.
see your socks when you're working.
Oh, I show everybody. Don't worry.
how's
You just walk into the room, you're like, look at my socks!
You just
how
walk
was
in-
your day? Come over to the mic. How was your day at work?
How you feeling? Never mind. How my
Come over
socks,
to the
bitch?
mic. Ashley had a long, hard day of
was
nursing.
okay.
It was what?
She said it was okay.
She said it was okay in the lowest voice ever. It's funny. She is the loudest woman ever. Yet when she
Well,
gets
she's-
close to a
she's-
mic, she's so mean.
She's had an exhausting day, and she doesn't really like to do this.
No, I guarantee it was
So,
exhausting.
hold on. We never determined who won.
Oh, Angelo.
You fucking
I'm
bitch.
sorry, man. Listen, this is my thing. Your arguments were decent, but you could tell that you were just trying to say, I fucking hate you, Angelo, and your shitty team is worse than mine. That's why it has to get my shit.
I mean, it is. I'm sorry, but if they keep Greg Williams this year, we're going to fucking playoffs next year. That's all there is to it. If Angelo, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. If they,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing is,
if hold on. If they keep Greg Williams, tell me I'm wrong. Next year, with the team that we have, not including improvements that we're going to get after the draft, will we or will we not go to the playoffs?
Say it. No. Say it. I want a fat girl.
I don't know. All I'm
I
telling
know
you,
because we have our Lord and Savior Baker.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who's gonna pay his big old fine though?
It's
I will.
wait.
I'll fucking pay it.
Fine for what?
He got fined for doing the.
Whoa. Come over here.
Stare down?
Come over here.
No,
Hold on.
He did
Hey.
the DX sign, and they fined him $10,000 for it. $10,026.
No, there's a thing open. I just saw it when I.
There's a GoFundMe open for it.
Yeah, it's clean. It's clean.
No, the fuck it ain't.
No, it is.
No, it
Stop
ain't.
It's clean. I don't leave there without doing that. It's clean.
No, the fuck it ain't. Nothing about you is clean right now. Okay. There is zero about you that is clean.
Dude, I don't think my phone's clean. But
You
it's
didn't
like
answer
the
my
sock
phone.
And my pens I wipe.
You didn't.
So look. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
I can't sit
Coming from a fan. Hey, can you bring down some Clorox wipes, please? Coming from a guy that has lived through this, it's not all uphill.
Lived through it. That's the only thing I've ever lived through is the Browns being shitty.
Yeah,
I've
I know.
never seen them be good.
I know. I'm the same way. And then back around 2010, 2011, maybe no, it was probably like 2009 when we had Rex Ryan that came to the Jets. We had a stud team.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody gives a shit about the Jets.
I mean, I think you're just
So I'm gonna
Holy
say
shit.
one last thing, and we can get off of this.
No, we're not getting off this till Carlo comes back.
Shit. But here's my thing. I can honestly say this is a better rivalry than any rivalry I've ever witnessed. Better than the Browns and the Steelers. Better than Golden State and the Cavs. Angelo and Tom, Jets and Browns. This is the greatest rivalry. I want this to be an actual rivalry between teams.
Do you wanna
I
know
wish
why?
both teams actually hated each other.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because the Jets kicked off our amazing season this year.
They popped our cherry?
Yes. They popped our winning cherry, and then the Browns were like, oh, man, we beat the Jets.
Feels so good.
We should just keep doing this.
He's saying your team is the little slut that gave up her pussy so we could get off.
listen. I'll admit it. This year, Jets were little fat girls. They're little fat girls. That's all there was to it.
You know what?
And you know what? But hey,
But you got a good quarterback.
you've had 20 years of being a little fat girl. So
Yes,
now
we
you
have.
lost a little weight, you got hot. Now you're about to get all the dicks. I understand the excitement.
Look, you know the one thing that you will say that you brought up that I will say that you brought up earlier about Bernie Kosar versus Baker. I will say that's a tough thing because Bernie Kosar took them to a lot of playoffs.
Yeah, they did. They did.
But I have a feeling, dude. I have a feeling about fucking Baker with the way that this dude plays. I'm telling you, over the past 20 years, the last Browns quarterback apparel that I've ever owned was Tim Couch.
Wow.
Okay? That's the last quarterback apparel I've ever bought. And you
And that
want to
was
know?
a huge bust.
Well, you got to figure we had no O-line back then. That dude was getting beat the fuck up. He was a decent quarterback when he came out of college, and he gave us a couple decent seasons, and then he was walking around like, "Duh," after because he was just getting knocked around all day. So I was also like fucking 10 years old.
I guarantee that you were jerking off to Brian Hoyer.
I was when he took us like
I knew
7.
it. I knew it.
Like-
I knew it. And this was probably when Hoyer was in. This was Tom.
I was like,
right
oh,
now.
God.
He's like, no, our Lord and Savior Brian
No,
Hoyer.
no.
Don't you dare compare Brian Hoyer to Baker Mayfield.
No, I never called him our Lord and Savior.
No, but
Baker Mayfield is an amazing quarterback. You have to admit that.
oh no, he absolutely is.
And the fact that
I
he's
love that guy.
the fact that he's a rookie and he plays the way that he plays is phenomenal. Because I'll tell you what, Kansas City might have Patrick Mahomes, but without Kareem Hunt, they went to shit real fucking quick. Granted, they're still playing decent, okay? But the second that Kareem Hunt left that team, you could tell that it fucked them up for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but it makes sense because
well, they were missing 50% of their offense.
Yeah, but you know what? If Nick Chubb fucking left the Browns,
we would just pick
granted,
up Le'Veon
we
Bell.
would be sad, but guess what? I don't think that would fuck Baker up because guess what, motherfucker? He's feeling dangerous.
Yeah, we would just pick up Le'Veon Bell.
No,
Oh my
we would
God.
pick up Kareem Hunt.
Oh my God.
I'm
You
telling
would
you,
rather have Kareem Hunt than Le'Veon Bell?
motherfucker, I'm telling you right now, if the Browns don't pick up Kareem Hunt when they get a chance, I'm gonna be mad.
Tom wants to Kareem Hunt all over his pants.
Have you ever seen that motherfucker run with 3 dudes on his back?
No, I get that. But have you ever seen Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would
You
help
ever
if
see him
he...
kick a chick in a hotel? I have.
Yeah, but it wasn't that much of a kick. It was like, hey, get the fuck
It
out
was
of
a
here,
love tap.
kick.
It was a
real
hate.
love tap.
Still.
It was a little
Let's
love
be
tap.
honest.
Listen, at least Le'Veon Bell's just being greedy. He's not trying to fucking
Yeah, but I'm
kill
sorry.
people, all right?
What that dude is asking for, nobody is going to pay him.
Probably not.
He's asking for a shit ton of money.
Somebody will pay it.
It's pretty
Probably the
bad.
Jets.
Dude,
Somebody will pay it.
look, the Steelers kind of went to shit this year.
I heard the Jets really
It's-
want him.
They probably do.
Well, yeah, because
They
he would
probably
carry
do.
their whole fucking team. I guarantee you that the Jets would be like, look, I'll tell you what, we'll give you everybody's salary, and all you got to do is come in, grab the ball, and fucking run.
And a hand job.
And a hand
Dude,
job.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I like about the Jets, though. That quarterback, he's not all that great right now. He's a decent quarterback,
he'll
right?
get there, though.
He's going to get there. He's more of a developing quarterback than a stud. Baker's a stud.
Yeah.
Right? But
Oh,
he's
dude.
more of a he needs to develop.
All those lady horses on the farm over there are getting fucked.
But here's what I like about Sam Darnold. They asked him, they're like, oh, you had a great game. He's like, no, I didn't. You win or you lose. I lost.
Yes.
It wasn't a great game. When I win, I'll have a great game. Other than that, I don't want to hear anything about it. And he was just like stone cold about it. He was like, no, don't tell me don't try and pump me up and all this shit.
Yep.
I didn't have a great game. I didn't win.
Well, and that
It's all about winning with that guy.
and
I
you
like
know
it.
you know what? That's also kind of the same thing with Baker though, because if they have a fucking
But
shitty
Baker's
game,
winning.
yeah, but if you've ever seen their games where they lost, the after conference with him, he's like, we lost. We need to do better.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we should have lost that game. But the other thing is, and I find it funny, is fucking. Do you remember when the Browns got Johnny Manziel?
Fucking
Yeah.
piece of
Everybody
That
was so excited for
They
that
lost
guy.
their shit.
And here is why I'm telling you that the fact that I like the quarterback that we have, even when we drafted him, I liked him. Okay, but the fact that I like him, when we got Johnny Manziel, everybody was like, "Oh man, he's gonna take the Browns to a Super Bowl." Blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't like him. I think that he's a fucking cocky fuck.
Yeah.
And then, sure as shit, he didn't do fucking jack shit.
He was a cocky fuck.
And now he's failing in the Canadian League. So fuck you, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, fuck you, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
You
Well,
fucking money Manziel, bitch. I
know
hope
what?
that you get
Fucking
tackled.
asshole.
People do the money sign over
they
you still.
they talked a lot of
happened?
Dude, that happened like the first game that he played in preseason against the I think it was Baltimore. I think Ray Lewis like tackled him and then he was like standing over him and he's like, ooh, and then he fucking walked away.
That's amazing.
They
I
did.
love that.
They talked a lot of shit about Baker too, though. Like the NFL analysts and all that,
Yeah,
like
they
that,
did.
how he was so
Dude.
short and all that. I was like, how are you going to talk about this guy being fucking 6'1"? He's all short and everything. Look at fucking Drew Brees. Drew
Russell
Brees has
Wilson.
broken almost every fucking goddamn
You-
quarterback record there is.
You know what he
And he's
reminds me
6
of?
foot.
And I know this is gonna sound weird. He reminds me of Drew Brees and Brett Favre combined.
Let's
Like
hope
if,
not.
like
Let's
like-
hope not.
Like if Drew Brees and Brett Favre had sex and made a baby, it would be Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, because Drew Brees was amazing, and Baker did have that one game where he threw the 4 interceptions. That's more the Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Dude,
Brett
Brett
Favre was
Favre
an amazing-
was a great quarterback. What the fuck are you
Yes.
talking
But he had a
about?
I
high
know,
risk,
but-
high reward thing going
No,
on.
yeah, he was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he also had one of the highest interception rates.
I'm
of all
not
time.
talking about that though.
I know, I'm
what
just
I'm
fucking
talking
with you.
about is that
trying to fuck your nut.
don't fucking talk shit about Baker. God damn it! What I'm talking about is the way that he throws. It's that fucking bullet, dude. That dude's
He's
got a
savage when he
motherfucking
throws
arm.
He does have an arm.
Like
When dude, look at
there's been a couple passes that I was like, okay, I can't even be mad for you dropping that because I know that if that was coming at me, I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta get out of the way. Like,
when not to further enhance your
Boner?
your boner
I was gonna
here.
say, can we just talk about how hard I am right now? Like, I could cut glass.
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
get out of my face, dude.
But when the Jets and the Browns were playing, the first pass he threw, my asshole puckered up so fucking hard. So I was like, "Oh shit!" He put some steam on that motherfucker, and the guy caught it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is not a good thing. This was goddamn fucking Falco coming out in halftime against the for the fucking Washington Sentinels." I was just like, "Oh shit."
Okay.
we're fucked.
So let's share a little story with the podcast listeners. I'm sure that you guys are getting sick of hearing about football, but fuck you, I don't care.
I think they've already
So-
heard this. I know what you're gonna say.
So
They probably have.
the oh so blessed night of the Browns versus the Jets,
A beautiful lovemaking.
Angelo sends me a fucking message
On the
and
day of
says-
nativity.
Says, "Oh man, it's 14-0. The Jets are whooping Browns ass. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "All right, dude. All right, that's fine. That's fine." So we're talking a little bit of shit. All of a sudden, halftime ends. This is like your bedtime story. So listen to this before you go the fuck to sleep. So all of a sudden, halftime ends, beginning of the second half. All of a sudden, the Browns start coming back. I start sending Angelo messages. I'm like, "Oh shit! Did you see that? Oh, let's get it going."
know-
Then the next thing you know, we fucking win, and all of us just send him a video that says, "Fuck the Jets."
You know that night was the equivalent of America helping out in World War II.
That night
it's like
was-
Nazis were like, "We're fucking winning, bitch," and then Japan was like, "We're gonna bomb them," and Nazis are like, "No, shut the fuck up." And then they came in, and you were like, "Oh fuck, not the Americans." And then every American was like, "USA, motherfucker!"
That night
Just-
was
It was the football D-Day.
yeah.
that.
Because he wasn't just getting it from us; he was literally getting it at his own house from his wife, and wasn't some
my
of your
buddy
friends over
Chris,
there?
yeah.
Like,
That day consisted of me being a 12-year-old boy and coming in my pants from it rubbing on my jeans because I watched us finally win a game in 2 fucking years. I just instantly came. I was like, "Oh my god, we won and we beat Angelo's team. This is the best night ever."
This is my penance for moving to Cleveland, but it's all good.
Dude, you're like
I enjoy it.
You know what? I'll give you. You're like Jesus. You took that shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, you walked with the cross on your back for about 3 months. I whipped you a little bit, and then you died, and you came back. And it's okay.
Holy-handed like a motherfucker, you know what I'm
Sorry.
saying?
I used
Talking about actual
I
holes,
used
not
the Lord's
holy.
name in vain. I'm sorry. I meant Baker
Can
Mayfield.
I just say that I just hope to God that all this stuff that you're talking doesn't bite us in the ass next year.
Well, you know,
I don't give a fuck because
give a
as
shit.
long as Baker's here, I'm going to keep talking shit.
Okay,
I don't give I love this dude.
I'm having fun watching them.
I would go gay
Great.
for Baker. I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, so
You'd go gay for less.
So, all right. So, no, I wouldn't. So, I have a funny story. So, we were coming back from, you know how I called you the other night and I told you me and Nicole were going out to dinner?
Yeah.
So, we're coming back and she starts talking about wedding stuff. And I'm like, I'll tell you what. We'll get married if Baker Mayfield marries us. And she's like, what? That's never going to happen. And then she proceeds to tell me that they auctioned off a dinner with him and his girlfriend for $25,000. And I'm like, "Oh, I totally would have paid that." She's like, "You don't have $25,000. I'm like, "I would have opened up a bunch of credit cards. What the fuck's the big deal?" She's like, "Okay, well then how would we have gotten married by him?" I'm like, "So see, here's the plan. So I spend the $25,000. I go to dinner with Baker. I tell
immediately
Baker,
come.
I say, "Hey, you take this test online, you marry us. It would be the best day of my life." I immediately come after he says yes. Then we get married. And then she's like, "Well, what about the rest of the wedding?" I'm like, "Fuck everybody else. Baker Mayfield just married us." I don't give a shit.
Here's the thing. How funny would this be, right? If I wrote a letter or an email or whatever you call it nowadays. I said wrote a letter and I was like, well, that sounded
Nobody
really
writes
fucking
letters
old. Yeah.
anymore.
He's
But-
like, "You may kiss the bride." I lean in towards Baker. He's like, whoa, dude, she's right there. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
So
My mistake.
how funny would this be? Like completely like
Nobody was
In-
watching the levels, by the way. Wasn't here for that.
Oh,
yeah, fuck it.
It probably
So-
got loud for a minute.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it
just
did.
saying.
So completely like out of nowhere,
Sorry,
like
Joe.
without
fine, man.
without telling anybody, right? I write a letter or I make an email or I do a postcard to Baker. And I'm like, "Listen, dude, here's the deal. I want to surprise my buddy. He's been trying to get this girl to marry him for years. Blah blah blah." And I get Baker to do it, and I just surprise show up at his house one day, like a random like Sunday 3:00 in the afternoon with Baker, and be like, "Called your bluff, bitch. Let's
Angelo,
do it. Now you're married."
Angelo, if you did that, I would literally say, Nicole, I'm sorry I'm leaving you. I'm marrying Angelo right now. He just helped me meet my Lord and Savior. And then she's like, you realize that some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth about him, if he ever heard it, he might put a restraining order out on you. I'm like, I'm okay with
signature. At least you'd have his signature.
I know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm okay with it.
He's got to sign the restraining order.
Yeah, I'd be like, sign right here. Just sign it. Just sign it. I'm gonna sell it on eBay, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, you know it's funny. I'm sure a signature of Baker Mayfield on a restraining order would definitely go for a nice fucking penny.
Dude, you know what? Fuck that. I wouldn't sell it. I'd frame it and I'd put it up. I'd be like, dude, I freaked Baker out so much that he put this restraining order out on me, and now it's on my wall.
Dude,
what do you have? You have a fucking shitty jersey. Fuck you.
Tom would literally get that, like, he would get it put into a computer, 3D prints a dildo out of the the signature and fuck his ass with it every night.
Look. I'm just
That's
saying,
elaborate. I like that.
I'm just saying, and then I think
High level.
I think we should move to a new topic after this. I'm just saying, Baker, the reason why I love you, I know you're never going to listen to this, but I've put up with the Browns for fucking 20 years, and now you've finally given me something to watch on Sundays. And I appreciate you, motherfucker. You know? Like, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate
so
you.
what you're saying is you and Baker are going to go full throttle.
Dude, we're going to go full throttle. I'm just saying. Like,
right.
if Baker, I'll put it to you this way. I'm not gay, but if Baker came up to me and he was like, bend over, I'd be like, all right. I wouldn't even fucking question it. I'm just saying. I don't give a shit how gay that is. I don't give a shit how gay it is. It would happen.
I really wish that somehow I found a way to meet this guy before you. I wish I could find a way to meet Baker Mayfield before
I would
you.
slit your throat.
Talk to him and be like, hey, dude, I have this friend who fucking loves you, but can you play a prank on him? I want you to, like, get him somewhere, like, alone and be like, all right, well, I do this to all my fans. You got to show me your asshole. And you got to let me fist you before I get in.
I would drop my pants.
I
would drop my pants. Do you see my face right now? Does it look like I'm joking?
Dude, no. Here would be the best thing. Here would be the best thing. No, this is what I would do. I would pay him any amount of money that I could possibly afford, which would be nothing to him. But I would have him, like, talk to Tom, like, wine him, dine him, and get to the point where Tom's, like, on his knees, ready, open mouth, ready to suck his dick. And then just fucking mush him in the face and go, nah, Jets rule, bitch.
Bro, so hold on real quick. It's funny because Nicole, after I said that I'd bid on that dinner, and she's like, it was $25,000. I'm like, I just take out credit cards. And she's like, that's super irresponsible. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, because then after that, me and Baker would become best friends, and then I would be on his crew, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And she's like, have you snapped? I'm like, I don't know. I might have. I'm just saying, if we became best friends, that would make my life. Like, you know, and then he's engaged to that girl, and then I might be his best man. It would be the best day ever.
He's like, Roppy. No, Brian, we're best friends.
You would come out of
All right.
retirement of being best man just to be.
Carlo, what is the topic for the podcast?
This is
Because
Apparently Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, apparently
you
Baker Mayfield.
disappeared.
We never have topics. on the
Baker,
podcast.
Baker,
What are you talking
touchdown
about?
Baker.
Dude,
What are you talking
I'm
about?
just
We always
saying,
have topics.
I really think that this has been a good podcast so far. I'm just saying.
I think
We
it
talked
went
about
down the
Baker
fucking
for
rabbit
25
hole.
minutes, so
Yeah.
that just makes it a good podcast in general. Are you going to watch the game tomorrow?
Yeah. Are we doing a Reddit
Oh,
question?
Did you see? This
In a
fucking,
minute, yeah.
this fucking Antonio Brown is just like no levels with him. Do you see that thing where he like on his jerseys he put like an S because he wants them to win because if we win
They go to the playoffs.
they go to the playoffs.
If
and
we
shit.
lose, they don't. Then the
Well, they have
Ravens go.
they have to win their game and we have to win ours.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool though. I
I
like
will,
Antonio Brown.
I will admit,
cool guy.
yeah, I like the,
kinda
I like the fact that he's supporting us, but I also think that's because he's friends with Callaway too.
That's true. Yeah. I don't think I think if we become a competitive team, I don't see us like having
Become? We already are. Shut your fucking mouth.
I don't see.
Come dumb, let's fuck.
We gotta have a full. I gotta have a full good year. This year was rocky at the beginning. You gotta give me that.
That's because we had the plague as our coach.
But we don't even know who our coach is gonna be next year.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if they don't give Greg Williams a chance,
They're not
fucking
going
stupid.
to. They're not going to. I
Because
guarantee
you know what you have. I mean, granted, I do trust Dorsey. Dorsey is a hell of a fucking GM.
he'd at least give Dorsey a hand job.
But I'm telling you right now, you know what you have right now. The players like William. Fucking let him play for a year. If he does shit, get rid of him.
We'll see.
You know, but you understand what I'm saying,
I get what
right?
you mean. I don't think that they would give him a year. I think it's either we're giving you a match.
He's 5-2. That's a hell of a record for coming in as an intermittent coach.
But 5-2 on a. You got to think about it this way, Thomas. 5-2 on a team that rallied back and said, "You know what? Fuck Hugh Jackson. We want to win." You don't know what next year's going to be like. That's
It'll
the
be
thing.
even better if he becomes the Bengals head coach next year.
That's true. I will say this: if we're going to have any rivalry with anyone in our division,
It's going to be the Bengals now. Fuck the plague. Fuck the plague. Nobody needs the plague.
I
in their
know,
life.
I know he likes Baker, but I definitely think he wants to like side suck Greg. Like,
Dude,
he's into it.
I love that dude. He's amazing. Just how fucking angry he is all the time. Have you ever, you know how they pan over to him on the sideline and you just see him, he's like they could be up fucking 20 points, which they have been in a couple games since he took over, I would just like to state. But they could be up 20 points and no matter what, he just has this angry look on his face. And he's like, why aren't you doing better, you fucks? My conversation's over. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm
What are you
done.
talking about? You guys were having a conversation. I was waiting.
God,
Oh,
my
hey.
dick is so hard right now. Are you guys hard? I'm fucking hard.
Anyways, we've come to that moment on our beautiful podcast. Joe, thumbs up or thumbs down? How's it been today?
It has been equivalent to the last episode that you did not post, but in a good way.
Carlo,
Oh, okay.
Carlo,
Yes.
you never said who won in between me and Angelo.
I
Joe
did. I voted on Angelo.
God damn it.
So did
Two for
Angelo
me.
win?
None for you.
Cheers, sir. It's okay. I'll take it because I got the fucking.
All right,
dump
Angelo's
on
the
Browns.
winner.
Dump on the Jets. I
That
just
just
said the
means
Browns.
you suck none of the dicks, and Tom sucks all the dicks. All right. So
Only
the question
Bakers.
of the day for Reddit comes from a user called Karking1996.
I'm gonna tag Baker in this.
And it says, with all the talk about walking out of Holmes and Watson, what movies have you walked out on?
What? People have been walking
People
out
walked
on
out
it?
on that one.
It's a bad fucking movie, dude. I watched it. It was fucking bad.
Did
Like
you
I
walk
said,
out?
I wanted to. You know, like the thought of it, like I didn't think about it until now. Like I would have been okay with walking out of that movie. Like I watched it all, and then I went,
pretty bad.
when is this movie gonna end?
That's
Like,
pretty bad.
It was maybe 30 minutes into the movie. I went, when is this movie gonna end? I wanted to end. I wanted to fucking get out of there already.
So was it like Zoolander 2 bad?
I never watched Zoolander 2.
We did.
Or
Oh wait,
Joe
you
Dirt.
weren't there that day.
You guys went without me. You
Was it
fucking-
like
Dirt too?
Zoolander
Welcome.
1 bad?
I like Zoolander 1.
Yeah, Zoolander 1
Blue
was pretty
Steel.
good.
It was all right.
It had
Joe-
that moment with Will Ferrell at the end. Who's like, "What do you have? Nothing.
I feel like Wedding Crashers is one of my favorite
So,
movies. with
but
Will Ferrell.
have you guys walked out on any movie?
No.
No, really? How about you guys?
No.
You know, now that I
I
think
have.
about it, no, but I do remember walking out of a haunted house. Not for the reasons you'd think. The smoke got so bad in the haunted house that we were all coughing, and then we had to walk out. And then as we walked out through the area, a guy wearing like a demon costume came up like out us, and he's like, "Raw!" We're like, "Hey, we're not fucking around. Where's the exit? We can't breathe." And he's like, "Oh, it's over there." And it was the funniest thing in the world because this guy was literally holding a hatchet. He had full fucking paint on, like horns on his head. And he's like, "Oh, it's that way." I was
Literally
like,
in character, like over there.
"Yeah." We're like, "Oh, okay, thanks." He's like, "Yeah, I hope you guys feel better."
The only movie that I actually wanted to walk out on was Lord of the Rings. Something.
What?
Was it
Something.
too long?
Two Towers?
I don't fucking know. I didn't see any of the. It was the third one because I remember going to the
if you
chick that I
hadn't
was
seen any
with.
of them, then that makes
That
sense.
sounds like
Yeah,
me
I-
trying to get Puss movie. Who are you trying to fuck?
Well,
that
yeah,
night?
it was this chick that I was with, and I was like, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see. I want to go see Lord of the Rings." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever. Sure."
You're like, can I
let's
finger
rent the
bang
V-
you while
yeah,
we do it?
like
Let's
that's
rent the
my thought.
VHS and watch the first two movies so I know what's going on.
Right.
Did you see how I
Wow.
said VHS?
I like that he said VHS.
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't that old? But
I mean,
no, I'm talking about. I am that old, but at the time, I
Oh, that's
wasn't
right.
that
No,
old.
it
Like,
came out on DVD.
Yeah,
Those came
So-
out on DVD, but like general DVD.
But so it was like I was like, all right, let's okay, Lord of the all right, whatever. God, I'm banging a fucking nerdy broad. but
How fat
it
was she?
It was all right. It wasn't fat at all.
debate.
But anyway, so I'm like, all right, let's go. So I'm sitting in there, and probably within like the first half an hour, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm trying to put my hand in her fucking pants, like at least let me fucking finger bang you, and this will make it all better. And she's like, no, I'm trying to watch this. I don't want to like.
Dude, you walked
And I
out
was like-
because you couldn't get any puss. That's why you were thinking about puss the whole time. That's why. I mean, I didn't
It's
like
a
Lord
good-
of the Rings either, but
It's a good movie.
So yeah, I was just.
You got to be invested.
I was so fucking bored watching that, just thinking about the blowjob that I was going to get later. But then I was thinking about the blowjob that I was going to get later, and I was like, I'm not walking out of this. I'm going to stay right here.
So did you get a blowjob?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I walked out of.
Because that would have been sad.
So there was a remake of a movie called Last House on the Left, and I walked out in the very beginning of it because there was like a fucking 8-minute long rape scene, and then I came back after.
What movie?
Last House on the Left.
I don't remember it being a rape. There being a rape
In the
scene
woods.
on it. Oh, okay.
It kind of fucked me up for a minute because I was like, all right, like I get what you're trying to do, but like you don't have to make it this long.
I mean,
I can take 30 seconds.
It made its point.
Yeah.
It was disturbing enough for you to walk out.
I
so.
literally walked out and then I came back in after because I wanted to see the rest of the movie, but I was just like, I can't watch this. Like,
Yeah.
That might be like making your point for a PSA, but not for a movie that you're trying to get people to pay to watch. Like,
Right.
yeah, like make it like 30 seconds and you're like, okay, I get the idea.
Yeah.
Like, let's
So-
move on.
How about you, Joe? Any
Movie that I've walked out
or
on?
that you felt that you wanted to walk out of, but you
Ass
didn't?
Blasters 4.
Zoolander 2.
That bad? Huh? I never
It
saw
was
it.
really bad, dude. That's why I told you not to watch it. I was like, no.
Okay, I'm
It's
okay
not
with it.
worth
I wanted to
It's-
see the.
It's probably as bad as Holmes and Locke or whatever the fuck.
Wait, did you walk out on
Holmes
Ass
and
Blasters
Watson?
6?
No, dude, that's one of my favorite.
I was going to say, that was a pretty good movie.
That's a pretty good movie.
There's
Production
a lot of oil.
by T.J. Watts. He's fucking the best.
TJ Watt is a Steelers
Hey,
fucking
He's
defensive
also a
lineman.
porn native and amazing.
That's a fart. Because that was a shitty
that
joke.
does not sound like a fart.
That does not. It's a fucking
know what,
$5.
Spin the wheel.
Joe, you got
Ah, Joe gets it.
All right. So here are the top 2 comments of Reddit. The first one is by Bill Juru, and it says, "I didn't walk out myself, but I remember seeing Mike Myers' portrayal of the Cat in the Hat in theaters when I was younger, and like 20 people ended up leaving with their kids because they thought it would be more child friendly. That was pretty amusing. That wasn't a good movie either.
No, that movie was garbage.
But I think there wasn't there something weird where like he didn't want to do that movie, but they paid him a lot of money or some crap.
I don't know.
There was something like that where he didn't want to do the movie. Or
Probably.
He didn't even know
Sometimes
who
they
was
do
in it.
deals like if you do this movie, we'll let you take creative direction on like these 2 movies or whatever that you want to do. Sometimes it's that kind of.
haggle.
And then the Love Guru came, and we all hated it.
There you go.
Oh, terrible.
Speaking of
fucking
Mike
movie.
Myers,
Workaholics. The Love Guru. Have you seen that episode where he's in love with that movie and he dresses up like him?
is it Adam again who does that?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, Love Guru's the best movie ever.
Such a bad movie, too.
Dude,
It's
Workaholics
horrible.
is a fucking good show.
It's
though.
hilarious.
Well, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, speaking of Michael Myers, you guys, I didn't know this. I found this on YouTube a couple days ago.
He stabs people?
Apparently,
Oh, he had to spin. Ah, you dick! Why do I get punished for his shitty
I'll
joke?
drink 2 out.
this is great. But like, I found this clip of like, I guess Chris Farley was originally gonna be Shrek.
Oh,
Yeah, like apparently they made the whole movie as with Chris. I think I have it on my phone. I'll show you guys after the break. But yeah, like they made the whole movie.
I
with
heard
him.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
would
like,
be
get the
amazing.
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Joe,
that would have been
you're
good.
walking too far away from the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we have another Reddit question, or are we just doing one?
I have another one.
Dude, that would be amazing if Chris Farley was fucking Shrek.
That would have been really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chris Farley.
And then
Me
the
too.
second comment from Reddit was, my mother-in-law told us over dinner how she had to walk out of a movie she went to see with her boyfriend. It was too intense and violent. The movie? Ice Age 2.
Oh my god.
What?
Triggered. Oh, I do. I mean, Sid does get bullied.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's the best part.
I know.
Chocolate Lozano is amazing.
All right,
can't
and the
hate
next
anything.
question
Funny
is
as shit.
really fun, I think, at least.
Okay.
And it says, if you were a celebrity, what are some creative ways you would fuck with the paparazzi to leave you alone? Don't say show them your dick because
God
that would
damn
get
it.
them pictures.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's not good. They want that.
They want that. Yeah, they totally want that.
Leave me alone.
I think I would.
I'd wear a reflective mask.
That's pretty smart.
You know how they do for the like some people think it's very smart, but it's very against the law, and you can get in a lot of trouble for it. You put that like some reflective tape on your license plate. It's like clear, and then when the thing takes a picture of you, a picture of your car, it doesn't show your plate.
Yeah.
That's extremely illegal. Don't do it.
Very illegal. It's very, very illegal. Well, I would do that. So I would wear a mask. on my face, and I would have that, and I think it'd be really funny.
So
and I would do lots of poses with it.
I'm just picturing like a scene from The Mask. Like,
Okay.
I would do a camera, but I wouldn't take any pictures, but it would have an obnoxious fucking flash. Almost like a flashbang grenade. Like, so where I would just fucking, as they're taking pictures, you walk out and you like get your camera out and you take a picture of them, but it's a flashbang grenade, so they're fucking stunned for a good 25 seconds. Like, ears are fucking blown out, fucking can't see shit. And I would just like be like, what? It's what you're doing. I'm doing the same thing. It's just it's
I like that.
I know exactly what I would do.
What's up?
I would search for their location of residence. And
All of
then-
them?
Yes.
Like, let's say you're like super famous. Like, let's say
But
that
hold
you
on.
like Justin Bieber. There's like 100
Okay.
paparazzi
Well,
trying
hold
to get
Because
at you.
here's the thing, word of mouth would get around, and then they'd leave me alone. So what I would do is I would come to their place of residence, and I would just start.
$5 is gonna involve poop.
I have another one.
I would just start taking pictures of them over and over and over and over again, and not let them do anything with their personal life. I would literally take time out of my day just to be like, "Hey, fuck you! I'm gonna fuck up your day just like you fuck up my day," and then see how they react to it. And I would do it to every single one of them.
Dude, here's another one.
So my initial one before you do
Go
yours.
ahead.
Sorry, I got a nice
So
little.
I was thinking about you know how like TMZ takes pictures and then they like ask people questions.
and then they say that you brutalized a woman.
I would. Okay, this is where we get good.
Definitely kick the woman.
I would get a whole bunch of like. I'd get a whole bunch of like private eyes, and I'd go like follow these people around. I want to know everything about them. So that when they started asking me questions, I would just start asking questions about their life. Like, hey, how's your day been? I don't know, man. How's your dog been? Jared, is it? He's like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, you have a dog named Jared, and he's a Labradoodle,
You
right?
pay $30,000.
I would fucking
a year
do- yes.
just to fucking fuck with paparazzi.
If I'm that famous, and wouldn't that be funny as shit?
Yeah.
You would fuck with their mind.
like, fuck, dude, that's a pretty good one. Good job.
So that's along the lines of what I was thinking. I would literally have people scope these fucks out,
Yeah.
and then like let's just say I'm a singer. Like, all right, if I'm the Biebs, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be up on stage, and I'm in between my songs. I'm gonna be like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that one of my biggest bands that has my collection, has my heart, that you should visit is at blah 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 blah. This is where he lives, and he's giving out all of my autographed items. Boom. I mean, you're talking about.
Dang.
Hey, I mean, dude, you're gonna get 40,000 teenage girls
Yeah.
screaming outside of your apartment at
you
all time.
imagine-
You're gonna be
could you
way
imagine-
too fucking tired
great.
to
Could you
take
imagine-
any pictures of me.
Could you imagine Angelo fucking
As the
being
Biebs?
being a fucking pop idol? Like, I could just see him with his bald head, and he'd definitely wear a bandana. He would definitely wear a bandana.
No,
I
he
could
would-
see him
damn it.
wear a fucking bandana, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, what's up, ladies?"
He would.
Here's the worst part.
No,
Here's
he
the
would.
worst
He
part.
would pull a Brett Michaels and put on a fucking long ass wig.
No.
You got a
the
mullet?
The worst fucking part about it
Is you
is
would
that
do it.
he is 100% right.
Yes.
No. Listen. So when I was like 16, 17, up until I was about 19,
bandana.
I used to wear a bandana all the time. I literally have a picture of me, and it's like I have a receded hairline, but I have hair, and it's kind of long, and like I can kind of do the comb over, kind of like over this area.
But you're not a
like
sad
over my
person, so
forehead.
you didn't do it.
And no. But like this was like big,
But like he did.
this was like when I was in Jersey, big time Puerto Rican days. So literally had a fucking Felix Trinidad bandana that was like 5 inches thick, like way thicker than any normal bandana should be, right? Because I had to cover this fucking 5 head, so it had to be 5 inches. And it was just, I look back at the picture now and I'm like, bro, just admit you're going bald. Like, it's fine.
No, but that's
like,
a
it
smart.
happens to
That's
men.
a Puerto Rican thing.
thought-
I can see.
Oh, it was fucking bad as shit. Like
I thought of something better for the.
Oh, my God.
paparazzi. I just kill him.
Yeah.
You-
Okay.
you-
well,
well, you
oh,
can't
there
do
you go.
that
Now
one.
he's in jail.
Oh, you know another one I would do?
Yeah,
I'd-
that doesn't make
I would
sense.
hire my
They
own
leave me alone.
paparazzi.
Okay, OJ.
Kind of like what you did.
You know
said?
what you're
He didn't
saying?
do
Go
it.
ahead.
If
Hey,
it doesn't fit, you gotta quit.
hey, he's talking. Why are you interrupting him?
Yeah,
He
God.
called me out.
And now Angelo's got to pay for your mistakes.
Here I am, being Jesus again, up for your sins.
But like, I'd hire, or I'd get my crew and I'd make them paparazzi the paparazzi.
So your point is actually brought up as the top comment on Reddit, and it says it's by Danio, and it says I'd have counter paparazzi. The paparazzi's the paparazzi.
Yeah.
My other favorite one was there's two of them that I really liked. One of them says I'd honestly hire 2 or 3 body doubles and send them forth to do fucked up shit, so the paparazzi would have no idea which of us to follow. And if it was really me, trying to shoplift panties from Walmart.
That's funny.
The next one.
I like that guy.
Yeah. And then the
Wait,
next...
did you shout him out?
Oh no,
you
I
said
didn't.
Daniel. What's his name?
This guy's name is Sleepy Now My Throwaway. I don't know what that means.
Dude,
That's a porn account.
I was gonna say that dude definitely steals panties from Walmart.
Yeah.
And then the next one is actually a comment on. It's a fact. Did you guys know that Daniel Radcliffe bought a certain outfit a dozen times and always wore it in public? Made it extremely hard for the paparazzi to get a pic of him in any other outfit, so they lost interest in him. The thing about it is with paparazzi is because he's wearing the same outfit, the studios only buy like, well, this is the same one. You're trying to sell me the same shit. So
Who's Daniel Radcliffe?
He was Harry Potter. Harry Potter from
okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So,
You're a wizard, Harry.
you're a wizard, Harry.
Don't know what that means.
And I think with that, I want to say thank you for joining. Oh, you have something?
Yeah. So the guy that said he had body doubles.
Oh, hey, brand new year. Welcome to 2019. This is Designated Drinkers 2019 episode.
Yeah, it is.
Wait,
Happy New Year,
hold on.
bitches.
Why don't we
Make the next one.
cut that out and
Yeah.
do the next episode? Do
2019.
it first, the 2019.
Yeah, let's
all
do
about
it.
2019 type
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, or all about reminiscing on how shitty 2018 was. Actually,
Yeah.
2018 was pretty great.
I mean, but if we talk about 2019, I'm just going to talk about the Browns going to the fucking playoffs and
2018.
You are
douchebag.
ruining it for me
Can we-
so bad.
Can we kick this guy
I
off the
swear
podcast?
to
Right.
God, if they don't make the playoffs next year, I will rim your fucking neck because you are fucking it up
wait,
right
did you
now.
say you're gonna rim his neck?
I'm gonna
Like,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
ream
lick
your
all
neck,
around?
whatever
Does
it is.
Does that mean you're gonna lick all around?
I'm
it?
gonna lick all around it and cause you extreme discomfort. And
Joe,
you keep that in.
Fucking Mike, dude. I just realized you wouldn't fucking do it.
I don't think that would be that discomfortable. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Discomfort was not a word. Thank you for joining
It
us.
is
No.
now.
But I wanted to say about the guy with the body
Spin
double.
it, Joe.
For what?
I heard
For discomfortable.
Karma. I heard that, like, speaking of body doubles, do you guys know that Eddie Murphy has, like, guys that look exactly like him? And when he does red carpet events, like, for
All
China
over
and
America.
stuff, they go instead of him.
No fucking way, really? Wow. And with that, I want to say thank you for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Carlo.
Joe,
Tom,
Angelo.
We are the Designated Drinkers.
keep on drinking.
Fuck you, bitch.
Baker Mayfield.
I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out. Oh.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/Fat Lowell's Radio.